Good morning, y'all. It's Cara. We have an exciting day today. I say that a lot, but it really is, first off, a gorgeous, beautiful day here on the farm. And we have a new mode of transportation that I want to share with y'all. We're going to go foraging around all of our woods today for some wild pawpaws, which I'll explain more what that is and take you along for the journey in a few minutes. But first, let me show you the new mode of transportation. It's up here on our front porch. So let's walk up there. It's right over here on the porch. It's been charging all evening. Last night, Ryan put together my new e-bike. This is like a mix between a bike and a moped motorcycle, which, okay, random fun fact that you may not know about me. I used to have a motorcycle. I used to have my motorcycle license, and Ryan and I had motorcycles before we had kids. So I'm really excited about this new e-bike, and I think it'll be really fun for going around the farm, doing all of our daily life activities. This e-bike is the Fucare Libra bike. I love the cheery yellow. I feel like it just looks like a sunflower. That's what it reminds me of. I can already envision all the flowers that we're going to be putting in this basket. It's been charging last night. We assembled it all. Well, I should say Ryan assembled it last night. He put it together for me. He was so excited to get it out of the box. Ryan has been really excited about the arrival of this bike. I think he is going to be using it too, just like I will. And he put it together last night on the front porch. You can hear all the insects in the background. Everything seems to be pretty sturdy and well built. So far, so good anyway. And we're gonna go take it on its first official maiden voyage. So let's go look for some wild pawpaws together. This bike's pretty beefy. The tires on this definitely look like they will be suitable for off-roading and going through the fields. So we're gonna put that to the test and see if it's actually capable of handling itself on a farm. That's what we're gonna do today. Ryan just got it down off the porch steps for me, and it's here in the front yard. I need to take off a few more stickers and things before we can actually go ride it around, because I want to make sure everything is good to go, tip-top shape. I said it a minute ago up on the porch, but I just love the yellow color of this. I think it's so cheery and happy, and it just matches the sun this morning. I love this time of day when the sun is just, the golden hour glow is just my favorite time of day. It's so beautiful, and I just love God's creation. It's a beautiful day. There's a couple stickers on here, and I feel like taking off the stickers off of a new device or anything is so satisfying. There's another one here on the gauge. I think that's all the stickers. Okay, so maybe there was just two. So here's the bike. I just want to show you again because it's so cute. And I'm pretty excited about it. The bike came with a big leather seat on the back. I actually swapped out the leather seat for these baskets. They had the option to purchase these black metal kind of basket storage racks. There's one on the back and one on the front that we can use for getting things around the farm and doing chores and stuff. I feel like that'll be a lot more useful for us than a seat. Now, I'm sure Ryan would love to sit on the back here and go for rides with me around the fields. But for now, I think the basket is what I'm gonna keep on there. I can always put the seat back on if he decides he wants to take a joyride with me. I have a basket here for our pawpaws. So when we go collect our pawpaws, we can pop this off and carry it into the woods to look for our fruit. So there's a switch here on the battery to turn it on. And then up here you can see, this looks basically like a little iPhone. This is not my phone. This is prefixed to the bike. And it has the battery status here on the top. It tells you how many miles per hour you're going when you're driving. And there's also all sorts of other information like your mileage and your average speed, things like that. There's also even headlights on this thing. You can push the headlights button, and then there's a headlight in the front right here, and then there's also a tail light as well. The tail light is back here. You can see it's blinking and lit up. It's pretty cool. This thing has all the bells and whistles. And there's a gear shifter, and here's your throttle. Anyway, let's stop talking about it and let's go ride. I always have the products that I mentioned in videos linked in the description box if you're ever curious to go see it for yourself on their website. This particular brand is called Fucare, and it is the Libra model, the one in yellow, the really cute one. My kids are so excited. They have their bikes out and they're gonna go for a ride with me too. They just ran over and brought me a bungee cord so that I could strap in my basket and get going here. If you can't tell, I'm kind of excited. Anyway, let me stop yapping. Let's go ride this thing around and go find some wild pawpaws. These pawpaws aren't gonna be going anywhere. For any kids who may be watching, please always wear a helmet when you're riding your bike. I'm only not wearing one today because I had to order one. I just drove down to one of the lower portions of one of our fields. This particular field has more boggy, kind of swampy ground, and pawpaws like a wetter area. So this is a good spot to come looking for pawpaws. Now, I know one spot way back in the woods, quite a ways, that has pawpaws. So if we can't find any here, we can take the bike back there and see if we can find some there. For those of you who don't know, I guess I should explain what a pawpaw is. So a pawpaw is a native fruit to the eastern United States. We're here in Virginia, so they grow wild here pretty much everywhere on our farm. It looks kind of like a green potato, mango, and it has a smooth skin, and inside is kind of a pale yellow, fleshy fruit. If I find some here, which I'm pretty sure I will cut one open and show you what it looks like inside. But the pawpaw fruit tastes kind of like a mango and a banana had a baby. That's the best way I can describe it. It's sweet, tropical, very fruity, and honestly kind of delicious. It always surprises me every time I eat one that they grow wild here in Virginia. Because when I think of tropical mango fruits, I think of somewhere in the tropics, like in the Caribbean, not Virginia, especially farmland in Virginia. But apparently, God wanted there to be tropical fruit here too. So there's wild pawpaws growing pretty much everywhere. There's lots of little seedlings. Like I see some little seedlings right over there. I'll show you what the leaf structure looks like and how I look for the trees in the canopy of the forest once we find a really good big tree that I can show you as an example. Let's keep driving along the wood line. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled to the trees so that I can spot any really big ones, and hopefully those will have some fruit on it for us. I'm loving this bike so far too. It's a lot of fun. So let's take the bike and make our way along the edge of the wood line, and I'm thinking down in that grove there's some, if I remember correctly. These are some little pine trees we have planted around, so we're gonna go around those. Okay, let's go look for some pawpaws. All right, I've spotted some trees. As you can see, the house is up there for reference. The kids are already in the woods, and it sounds like Ryan and them have found some. So let's go check it out. Let's unstrap the basket so that we have a means of which to carry our pawpaws. Pretty convenient having a basket holder here on the end of the bike. All right, let me show you here on the edge of the wood line the big tree that I found and show you the leaf structure of this tree so you know what to look for if you want to go foraging for pawpaws yourself. So if you look along the edge of the woods, all trees kind of look similar, but a pawpaw tree definitely stands out amongst Virginia trees anyway. So this is the pawpaw tree. So if I stand back, do you see how big these leaves are compared to those? Let me get up close to a leaf here. This one looks nicely fully intact. So compared to my hand, the leaf is pretty big. You could see it's more of a teardrop shape, kind of ovaled, and most of them have a little point on the end. This one's rounded off, but the leaves are pretty big, and the leaves are in pretty big clumps too on a branch. There's several leaves on one branch before it splits off into any side shoots. For instance, here's an example. So you got the main stem of the branch, and when you have a side shoot come off, there's still several leaves clumped together. See that? So that's how you identify a pawpaw leaf. It's big and teardropped, and this is the underside of the leaf, what it looks like. This one was pretty easy to spot because it's right along the edge of the woods. But if you're walking in the canopy of a forest and you're looking for pawpaw trees, if you look up, the canopy looks different. Let me walk into the woods here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's get in here. So definitely we'll be checking for ticks later too, because there's a lot of briars we have to get through to get to the pawpaw tree itself. So this one here on the edge of the woods is a little bit of a smaller tree. Let me just watch my step. I don't want to be stepping on any snakes. So if you look up here, you see the leaves of that pawpaw tree just look completely different from the other tree canopies in the forest. I'm hoping to gather up enough pawpaws to make pawpaw ice cream. Let's see what we can find. Sometimes the animals get to them before we can. Pawpaws will drop to the ground on the forest floor when they are fully ripe and ready to be harvested. Now, if they drop to the forest floor, normally an animal gets to it first. So we have a way of kind of cheating the system. We shake the tree. So that's what we're gonna do. I should have worn a helmet for riding the bike, but I also should have worn a helmet because shaking the tree, sometimes they could fall on your head. That is one of the risks of pawpaw foraging. So this is a pawpaw tree too. And normally the fruit form in big kind of clustered clumps. I'm trying to see if I can find any clumps before I shake the trees. I can't see any that far up, so let's just shake the tree and see what falls down. Okay. So it's a smaller tree, so it's shakeable. Ooh, I got a stick land on my head, but no pawpaws on that one. Let's go to the next tree. So down here in this part of our woods, there's also a ravine. So there's normally a lot of water flowing. You could see the roots of the trees just kind of grow out into the ravine. So pawpaws definitely like a wet soil. That's where you find them in the wild anyway. All right, let's take this one. All right, this tree over here looks promising. All right, here's another one. So this is the bark of the tree too, if you can see. It's kind of a smoother bark. Ryan joined me and he spotted a couple up in one of these trees. Let me show you. Okay, can you spot the pawpaws? It's kind of like, where's Waldo? You gotta find him before I do. I'll zoom in here so you can see him better. But if you look up in the tree, do you see that cluster of 3 fruit up there? Let's see, right there. Those are the pawpaws. So let's shake the tree and see if they fall out. There's kind of a balance. You don't want to shake the tree too hard because if they're not fully ripe, they'll fall off prematurely. So you just kind of want to give it a gentle shake. Otherwise, the tree will lose the fruit before they're fully ripe if you shake it too hard. So, okay. Let's try this tree. Oh, they fell. Okay, we have successfully foraged pawpaws today. Let's see where they landed at. That's the other tricky part. Okay, I see at least 2 that fell. Let's go get them. So you kind of have to then go searching for them on the forest floor. Here's one, and here's the other. Oh, these ones feel perfect too. So you want the pawpaw to be slightly squishy. This is the pawpaw fruit. We have found pawpaws. Okay, so this is what it looks like. See, kind of a potato, kind of a mango. Yeah, let me have Ryan hold the camera here and I'll open it up for you. Okay, my toddler's filming. Ryan's taking care of the baby. So it might be a little wobbly here. But this is the pawpaw. All right, hold it still, honey. Okay, so if you rip it inside, do you see it's kind of a yellow fruit and there's some black specks in it. Those aren't bugs, those are just the seeds. So inside the pawpaw, there is a bunch of these really pretty black seeds. All right, let me eat away a little of the fruit and then I'll show you what the seed looks like. I'm not gonna eat all of it because my sweet cameraman here behind the phone wants to eat it. Okay, it's so good. Okay, so this is what the seed looks like. It's just a shiny, let me see if I can get some more of it off. Okay, it's a shiny little black, looks almost like a bead or a coin. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna throw it back on the floor of the florist and we'll see if it grows another tree for us. I've never felt the need to plant these in an orchard or anything because they just grow wild around here. So you can always find them in like a park and stuff too. I remember we were hiking at a local park and we saw a ton of these. I feel like people don't even know that they're around them and they're so good. Like, why pay several dollars for a mango when you can just get a pawpaw? It's just as good if they're really ripe and sweet. You want to eat it? Okay, here. Why don't you eat this one? All right, remember, don't eat the seeds, okay? They're really hard. There you go. Do you like it? Is it really sweet? Yeah. Kid approved too. I will say the trick is definitely finding them ripe. And we typically don't eat the skin. We peel off the skin. I think you can, but it's just not the best texture. We're gonna see how many more we can find and we'll load them up onto the bike and take them back to the house with us. They may all just, yeah, you can have that one too. They may just all get eaten fresh. I don't know if we're gonna actually have enough to make pawpaw ice cream with a bunch of little toddlers wanting to eat them fresh, but that's okay. They're really good and very sweet. Well, all the pawpaws we found got eaten fresh. So no pawpaws for pawpaw ice cream. We just have one in there. So let's ride the bike back to the house. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you did. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, y'all.